Here, how Muhammad answers. They're asking about the spirit. The spirit is by the command of my Lord.
Just as I said.
Of knowledge,
Next question. Next question, Hatun. Next question.
Muhammad had a great opportunity to
Excuse me,
answer the
are you
question.
preaching?
Who is the spirit?
Hello, why are you preaching? 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 Your next question, Hatun. Hatun, your next question. Your next question. Hatun, next question. Next question. Next question. Next question. Next question.
He doesn't have ability.
Next question.
I'm going to ask question.
Next question.
Just wait.
Okay.
So Muhammad was asked who was the spirit, and then Allah steps in and then gives answer who is the spirit. They're asking you about concerning the spirit. Say the spirit is by command.
Did we need a commentary? The answer is clearly there. Where is it? It's there. Khalas. End of the story.
Saved but little. Muhammad had great opportunity to answer people regarding who spirit is. Muhammad says, actually knowledge is given to us. Little bit we don't know. So when you look at the other verses which you fail to probably know or give to us.
Hatun, why are you lying?
So according to Quran,
stop. Why did you just lie? Why did you lie? Why did you lie? Excuse me. Why did you lie? I want an apology. No. Unless you apologize, I am not going to continue with her. I don't speak to liars. Not today. Unless you apologize for your lies, you have no chance, Hatun, today. Hatun. You know what? This is the only ability of missionaries like you. Did you not ask me? Stop screeching, for God's sake. You asked me a question. Where is it? And I showed you. You're happy?
Show it to me. I asked you what the spirit is.
Did I not show the verse where it says what I said?
We don't know who the spirit is.
Wait. Stop screeching. She asked me a question. What is the ruh? I said the ruh is... No. I'm not going to respond to the ruh. Just...
Half of the verse.
Right, listen.
And you fail to read the other half of the verse, which says we have the limited knowledge of the spirit.
Hatun.
I am asking. Muhammad had a great opportunity to explain people who the spirit is. Yet Muhammad says, Allah says actually, we have very little knowledge of the spirit.
Hatun, what was the question you asked me? What was the question you asked me? No.
Let me ask my question.
No, what was the question you asked me first?
Since you failed to answer my question.
Oh, I failed to answer.
The spirit.
Question.
You know what? Some people play deaf.
Yeah.
What can we do? Some people play deaf. You asked me, what is the spirit? I said the spirit is by the command of Allah. You said, where is it? Wait, stop there. You said, where is it? What's that? Oh, when you scream and screech, that's ugly? That's not ugly.
That is what Muslim
Hatun, it's my turn to ask you questions now. Thank you.
No, you haven't explained my... I am not satisfied with the answer.
Look.
Can you
Let me tell you
explain
something.
to me the other half of that verse?
I will.
Which tells us
God willing. Thank you. Allow me then. Allow me then.
I haven't finished yet.
I haven't finished explaining my answer.
In that case, 2 minutes.
Yeah, go ahead. Time it. 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
It's running out of time because my hands are shaking because it's cold. It's because it's Mansur.
And can you stop screeching, please, yeah? Because people complain that you keep on screeching and they cannot even bear to listen to the discussion. I'm only giving a good advice.
Okay. 2 minutes.
Time starts now. My answer is this. You asked me, what is the spirit? I says, yes, the spirit is from the command of Allah. Okay? You said, where? I showed you the ayah. Surah Al-Isra, and this is the ayah. I've given my answer. If you're not satisfied, it is not my job to satisfy your somehow misunderstanding of what the Islamic concept of spirit is, because somehow you consider the Islamic ruh is synonymous to the Holy Spirit, which to your friend I've already clarified that, and she accepts and admits this is not.
Obviously not.
Oh no.
Sorry.
Okay, obviously not. Okay. So according to the Quran, the spirit comes from the command of Allah. The spirit cannot talk unless Allah gives it permission to speak. The spirit ascends to Allah, like with the angels, it takes him 50,000 years. This is what spirit is, the knowledge of which is given little to us. But the spirit is not just one kind. The Quran is called a spirit. Jibreel alayhi salam is called a spirit. What we are created is also our own spirit, our own soul, ruh. There are various types of spirits, ruh. Somehow you conflate all the ruh and you want to somehow understand that ruh is what? The Holy Spirit. It doesn't work, because in your understanding, this is your belief about the Holy Spirit. We believe the Spirit has many forms. One of them is the Spirit, the soul, that ruh, that Allah created for us. Like when Allah says to Adam, when He created Adam, and then He breathed into it the Spirit. That is not part of Allah. This is Allah that created Allah, the Spirit, to Adam. So I've answered your questions. If you are not happy with the answer, then I suggest you go and reflect what I said and come back next time. So I've answered my question. After, from your 2 minutes are over, I will then speak my question, ask my question.
Who take the suit?
So, according to Surah 17, verse 85, people are asking Muhammad, tell us who the Spirit is, and then answer comes from Allah pretty late, and then Allah says, we were giving very little knowledge of the Spirit. So, you talked about sometimes we call Gabriel spirit, which Quran strongly disagree with you. Gabriel, according to lots of translations, depends which translation of the Quran you read, is put it in parentheses as the angel or as the spirit. So, according to Surah 16 verse 2, spirit and angels are different. According to Surah 97 verse 4,
you have some
angels and spirit
can you
are
just pause?
different.
I need to write this reference down.
According to Surah 7,
Can I have a pen and paper or something?
angels and spirits are
Pause.
different.
Pause.
According to
No.
Surah
I
78,
have missed all of that.
He wants to write
I want to write all this reference down, and every single thing we can go and discuss it. Piece of paper, anyone?
Paper, anyone?
Pause your time. You can start your 2 minutes fresh, no problem. Making claims like this and you think you're going to get away with it? Not today. Thank you. Your time starts again. Bigger paper. Because she has more references. No problem.
She's got paper.
Hi, Jay's looking for you.
Can you take the surah, please?
I've got a nice long speaker, but the holder has
Okay? Start your time.
on here.
Do you want 2 minutes? Did you say she can have 2 minutes?
She can have fresh 2 minutes.
That's generous.
Very generous.
according to Surah 17 verse 85, Muhammad was asked
That's what we quoted.
what the spirit is or who the spirit is. Muhammad's answer is, actually, we have limited knowledge of the spirit. So Muhammad had a great opportunity to explain people what or who the spirit is. Muhammad says we have limited knowledge of the spirit. And Quran makes very big distinction between the angels and spirits, yet lots of translations kind of puts them together. Surah 16 verse 2 tells us spirit and angels are different. Surah 16 verse 102 tells us spirit is the one which, Holy Spirit is the one which brings the truth down. Surah 97 verse 4 tells us spirit and angels are the descendant. Surah 70 verse 4 tells us angels and spirits are the ascendant. 78 tells us spirit and angels will stand forth in ranks versus Safan. Yet Surah 89 verse 21 and 23 tells us Lord and angels will stand on the ranks, so they are getting order. Lord and angels are getting order from someone. Verse 78, again angels and spirits are getting order. You told Gabriel is sometimes spirit, yet Quran disagrees with you. Quran disagrees with you. First of all, Gabriel, according to certain translation, it is angel or not. According to Quran, Surah 279 and 78 tells us he is not the angel, he is not the messenger, it is separate from them. Surah 66 verse 4, Gabriel is not the human beings, he is not the
What's the
angel.
reference? What's the reference?
66.
66.
They are different. So according to Quran, this spirit,
Any of these references suggests that they are different. The only thing that you've shown, they are mentioned separately, sometimes with the angels, sometimes without the angels. So I would have to now assume you know the ins and outs of Arabic language, where the Arabic constructs are used in their eloquence, where a member of a kind is separated for honor and status. So you understand Arabic, what we call balagha. So I have to assume you understand balagha, and you should be able to quote me the absence of this feature in the Arabic rhetoric, in Arabic balagha, where this is never taking place. Whenever a member can be separated from its class to highlight their position, their leadership, their honor, or their status. For example, if I said the president and his ministers came, or for example, the prime minister and his minister came all together in the assembly, you assume from there the prime minister is not a minister because it's separated by someone. If the name was only given, you know what? Let's make a name, David. David came with all the ministers to this meeting. According to your logic, David cannot be a minister because his name is totally separately given. So from the Arabic language, using Arabic balagha works from Arabic rhetoric, you're going to show me this feature doesn't occur at all in the Arabic rhetoric and Arabic balagha, where a member of a kind has never been separated for these reasons. So you're going to show me that, because that's the only thing that you are demonstrating, that they're separately mentioned. Go ahead.
According to Quran itself, Quran is well detailed. Everything is explained. Even verses are explained. Yet, Quran tells me, actually, angels and spirits are not the same thing. They are two different things. Yet, Gabriel is not the angel and he's not the messenger. He is something else. We don't know what he is. Yet, the spirit of Allah somehow has a power to give life. Spirit of Allah has a power to create Jesus. So, if you look at the Surah 19, 17 to 19, Spirit of Allah reveals himself as a perfect man. Whatever your description for the perfect man, 6 foot, whatever it is, he is a perfect man. And then he tells Mary, I am only messenger from your Lord to give you righteous son. And then we go to the Surah 66 verse 12, and then we see how this spirit gives Jesus, gives Mary, gives life to Jesus in the tummy of Mary. So spirit appears as a man, with the power of giving a life, power of creating Isa. Which is somehow actually very, very similar how Allah creates the life. So, let me read the verse for you. Surah 19. She placed the screen from them, and then we send her our ruh, which certain translation puts it, Gabriel, which earlier verses told us angels are the spirit are very, very different, yet translations are corrupting your Arabic Quran.
So you failed to give me a reference work from Arabic language where this feature is not used. You're saying this was an opportunity to demonstrate your knowledge of Arabic language. Because we are not talking about the English translation. Forget the English translation or Chinese translations or the Pakistani translations. No offense to any of these languages. We're talking about the Arabic language. The Quran is in Arabic. To understand the Quran is in detailed explanation of it. As you said, the Quran explains it itself. You need to understand the Arabic language as well as the language of the Quran. So if you haven't understood what balagha is, you will fail to understand this feature, as you are demonstrating yourself again and again and again. Because even the basics of Arabic you don't understand, and yet you say, I understand the Quran. I'm sorry, you cannot do that. You cannot understand the Arabic of the Quran without knowing the Arabic language. Simple Arabic language, let alone language of the Quran. You make claims that, you know what, this Spirit of Allah, Spirit of Allah. There is no such thing in the Quran saying Spirit of Allah. You make this term up. This phrase doesn't exist. So you made it up. You fabricated and concocted it. Then you said the Spirit of Allah creates and gives life. No, the Spirit of Allah says, okay, I am a messenger from your Lord. A messenger from your Lord. Identifying what it is. I am a messenger. Not only that, this Spirit of Allah, as you quoted, ascends to Allah. It takes him 50,000 years. So now we realize this is in line with the angels, 50,000 years to ascend to Allah. This Spirit of Allah, as you also quoted the verse, in Surah An-Naba, stands with the angels in ranks, doesn't speak, not able to speak. Why? Because only that day, unless Allah gives permission to speak, none of them are able to speak.
Isn't that interesting? I've got lots of translations.
I don't care about translations.
Translations. And Quran itself says, I am well explained and well detailed, sir.
Not in
and
translations.
It clearly tells us angels and spirits are two different beings. Can you please comment on if spirit is going to get permission from Allah to speak? Can you tell us who is the person called Lord in Surah 89? Because that Lord is waiting, that Lord is waiting with the angels to get the commandment as well.
So, Surah
89, 21, 23.
21.
According to Surah 19, verse 17 and 19, it is who comes and then gives life as a perfect man. You told us there is nothing called Ruh of Allah. What is the spirit from Allah? What does mean that? You are just playing with the words. If Quran and Arabic is perfect, can you just explain me the differences between Surah 21, verse 91 and Surah 66, verse 12? Because both of them are telling us how Mary became pregnant, yet the language they're using, it looks like Arabic failed to meet up the criteria of Allah, because in one of them, it is described as the breathe into him, in other one it is described as breathe into her. So I would like to know what it is they are breathed or who it is they are breathed, because that breath comes from, it is spirit, it is our spirit who breathes it. Is it into her? It is into him. I would love to know that. Also, I would love you to explain it to me. How come Spirit of Allah comes as a perfect man, and gives life to Mary while she has nothing in her tummy? It is the way Allah creates.
How much time left?
Sorry. We can give you 10 seconds extra. We can give you 10,
Right.
15 seconds extra.
First of all, you keep on explaining the Quran is detailed and it's self-explanatory, and you're going back to the English translations. With no offense of your comprehension of what we're discussing, the Quran is in Arabic. So if you want to understand the Quran, understand the Arabic. If you have a problem with the Arabic construct, because it's an Arabic construct. When the spirit, the ruh and the malaika are mentioned separately, This is not an English translation. We are talking about the Arabic construct. So I asked you from the Arabic language, learn the feature if you don't know about it already. If you know about it already, bring it forward. Obviously, you have no clue about the Arabic language. I mean, with no offense, because I know you don't know Arabic language. That's why you're resorting to the English. Unless you can tell me now that you don't understand Arabic language. Do you know Arabic? No, you can answer that question. Do you know Arabic?
Yes.
No, I'm giving the chance. Do you know Arabic?
Finish your time, sir.